good-looking guy couldn't be here, unfortunately. So you're going to be stuck with me for today. So we're about to hear about land. And the first thing we think of about land in South Africa is taking back the land, isn't it? But if we asked Lebo, he'd say, no, we must take back the future. Am I right? Mustn't worry about land, we mustn't worry about physical things, we must take back the future. And the exposure that he speaks about, and the people who've had that exposure have come up with this concept of a Pan-African currency called the AFRI, which I'm here to talk about the tech side of, but I think if Lebo can come and join us, and we'll talk quickly about, maybe he can give you some ideas about the philosophy behind the AFRI. Because Africa...
Where's the second mic?
Yeah, we can...
Second mic.
Is there another mic?
Is there another mic?
We'll do a John Lennon, Paul McCartney. I'll play bass left-handed.
He's going to be a bass guy. I'm going to be a tech. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew.
Okay. So we know historically Africa has legacy issues from colonialism, from the way the development finance institutions, the DFIs operate, and the net outflows of funds from Africa, despite all the issues that go around that.
Yeah, the issue, obviously, the most important thing, I think, in Africa, we don't control the supply of money. And it's critical that now, as Africans, we start controlling the supply of money, because we're being ruled by your international funds. And I think it's very important that if we control the supply of money, we can then dictate who must be empowered with the supply of money.
So whoever controls the supply of money controls where the means of production goes.
You heard that very carefully, right?
So if I lend money to Africa, and I say, well, here's some money, but you have to spend it the way I tell you to, I can keep the means of production here on my side. So I give him money, he gives it back. I keep the means of production, he's got to buy the goods back from me.
Because if I've got money, I'm pressurizing you on how to spend your money, because you are using my money to advance yourself. But if we don't create our own money and start trading using our own money, then we can decide where the priorities are, because we control our own money. And you know, cash is king.
So if in South Africa, where we're using rands, it's a perfectly good currency, and we're trading with Botswana, whose pula is one of the most stable currencies in the world, and what do we trade in? US dollars. It is insane. Anyway.
How do we trade in US dollars, but we're Africans? How do we do that? It's not good. It's not right. That means that we don't have the power within ourselves as Africans.
Now, historically, this has been very, very difficult to break out of, because these financial institutions are big, solid, and have been there since the dawn of money. But now, the fourth industrial revolution is changing the world and disrupting things at a pace never before seen in history.
And I think we have to now, as Africans, it's our own time. It's our time to take advantage of what this landscape and the opportunities that this landscape is bringing to us. Like I explained to you, a black man would never own a bank before, but today it is possible. Now, what else can we own as Africans? And I think that's what we want to talk to you about today.
So Cape Media has come on board with Lebo and Thabo Mokoena and the Trailblazers. I see there are some Trailblazers here today, and other great thought leaders in South Africa who have put this AFRI project together, and we've taken on the responsibility of helping to market it, which is why we're here today, and you're seeing me, and the AFRI logo there. So we're going to play a short video, Brent, narrated, in fact, by Lebo.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to introduce something very exciting to you, something you've never heard of, and you're going to be the first beneficiaries of that particular thing that we're launching today. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to the first digital African currency. This is the first place in the whole world. This is the first place anywhere in the world where we launch the first digital currency. And you're the first recipients and you're first people to witness this. This is history. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Hi, my name is Lebo Gunguluza. You'll know me as a dragon from Dragons Den Africa and the co-founder of AZA Bank. I want to talk to you about an innovation at AZA that is impacting my life, and we're very excited about it. You've heard about the fourth industrial revolution, how biotech, artificial intelligence, and blockchain are leveling the playing field and are changing the way the world works. AZA Bank is in this space. You've probably been told about how biotech is going to keep us alive. Heard advice from sleep-deprived friends who've been tracking the cryptocurrencies. Heard about Bitcoin Jesus? Yes, there's one out there. Send the angry bankers who are losing control. Even predictions of job losses to artificial intelligence. I want to give you an opportunity to be able to see through the clutter and understand how you can benefit. Those who retreat in fear of these technologies will be left behind. In Africa, we are particularly poised to benefit if we embrace this. To help, the Afri Project has been established by a group of us, including thought leaders in science, finance, tech, civil society, and media. And at the core of this is the Afri Development Fund, which will co-fund these opportunities. The fund uses the Afri, a pan-African currency that is built on an evolution of the blockchain technology beyond the simple store of value like Bitcoin and the smart contract currencies like Ethereum to a purpose-driven currency. I like its economics because it is only in return for measurable value delivered in Africa. The fund uses blockchain technology to co-fund, accurately track, and report on the downstream impact of funding in Africa. Reporting on the downstream impact, it is important because then we can favor those interventions that promote and resource these new technologies. The team behind Afri have used this advanced technology to develop a track for good algorithm. This tracks whether the value ends up in the shell company in Dubai or has an impact in the targeted community. So this enables our growing base of funders, corporates, and concerned citizens to better target our spend, stop the net flow of value from Africa, and enables us as Africans to decide where to establish the means of production and the life-improving value that comes with that. So AZA Bank is listing the Afri as a core currency alongside our other African currencies. Join us in our journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. You have just witnessed, you are the first people to ever witness how we are coming up with this technology and this particular digital currency. Do you have anything to say, Andrew?
So, to get your currency, this is a pilot of the Afri project. The full launch will be together with AZA Bank in June, but you are all going to get some currency today, and the way you're going to do it is, first of all, you need, unfortunately, an Android phone. Who's got an Apple phone? We all make mistakes. But if you have an Android phone, you can go to the App Store. You can download Afri Wallet, Afri Space Wallet. You can search and you can download that. And in the bottom right-hand corner, you can click on the button that says register and follow the instructions. We're busy ironing out some of the issues because that we're finding here, because it is a pilot project. This is where we're hoping to find all the bugs. So some little tricks. Number one, make sure your email address is all lowercase. Okay. Number two, when you put your email address into as your username, it will be your username when you sign in after you've registered. Make sure there's not a little space after your email address, because if you select it as part of your predictive text, it's going to put a little space there. Wipe that space out, and you will see that you have. Well, I'm not going to tell you how many Afri you get, but you'll see you'll get some. And for those of you who've been sponsored already, Trailblazers, I know some of you are sponsored by Technology Innovation Agency. through the Afri Development Fund, and some by Rand Water through the Afri Development Fund. You will already have yours if you followed the link in your email. The others can do that on the website. And for those who haven't, for those of you who have Apple phones or get stuck, just email us at support@afri.africa.
That's simple, no? And guys, here is the trick here. Remember Europe, to protect themselves against other currency fluctuations, no matter how badly Greek was doing, but it was using a euro. Remember that, no? Now, for the first time, we'll be able to protect African countries from being abused by the global system. Where Zimbabwe, when they were not being favored, their currency was destroyed. Now, this thing will now protect currencies of Africa and make sure that as Africans, we can trade with each other comfortably with the backing of technology without depending on the global financial system to decide who is valued at what. So for the first time as Africans in history, we will be able to trade with each other equally without undermining the other. I thank you.
Thanks, guys.